Hello everyone, Namaskar, welcome to Maths Guidance and welcome to the 7th chapter, the new chapter of class 9th mathematics, that is the triangles. So we are going to focus on triangles only, and in this chapter we are going to study the congruence of triangles, criteria for congruence of triangles, and also we are going to see we are going to study the properties of a triangle, like an equilateral triangle has all angles equal to 60 degree, means each angle of an equilateral triangle is 60 degree. Likewise, some more properties also we are going to study, and we are going to study some inequalities in a triangle. So this whole chapter is dedicated to triangles, and let's see how it comes out. We are going to enjoy this chapter definitely. So please stay connected with my videos, and please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Let us start the video. So guys, let's start the new chapter, triangles. All right. So first of all, let us understand what is a triangle. What do we mean by a triangle? We all know that we draw a triangle like this. Let us name it A, B and C. So basically a triangle is a closed figure formed by three intersecting lines. All right, three intersecting lines. When you extend these lines, you can see that they are intersecting. These lines intersecting here, like you can see. If you extend like this is intersecting here like this. So it's a closed figure formed by intersection of three lines, and a triangle has three sides, A, B, B, C and C. Three sides, three angles, angle A, angle B and angle C, and three vertices. A, B and C are the vertices. So what do we mean by a triangle? A triangle is a closed figure formed by three intersecting lines. A closed figure, let us write it. A closed figure formed by three intersecting lines. It has three sides, namely, if we name it AB, BC and AC. It has three angles. What are the angles? Angle A, angle B and angle C. All right. It has three vertices. What are the vertices? Vertices A, B and C. So this is all about a triangle. A closed figure formed by three intersecting lines is called a triangle. It has three sides, three angles and three vertices. So as I have told you, in this chapter we are going to study about the triangles, congruency of triangles, criteria of congruency of triangles. Let us write it, what we are going to study in this chapter. First of all, we will study congruence of triangles. Criteria. What are the criteria? Criteria of congruence. Some properties of a triangle. And also inequalities in a triangle. And how we denote a triangle? Like this. This is the denotion of a triangle. Now first of all, you have to understand what do you mean by congruence. All right, so let us understand it. Congruence, its meaning is, suppose you are having two pens of like this, exact two pens, means looking identical. So this is called congruent figures. All right, so anything, any two things, three things, whatever we have, if they are alike, if they cover each other completely, so that means they are identical and they are congruent. All right, so congruent means this, that they are alike each other, and they cover each other completely. They are equal in all respects. Okay, and the figures whose shapes and sizes are equal are same, they are called congruent. So what do you mean by congruent? You can say alike means identical, alike or identical, equal in all respects, equal in all respects. All right, and figures whose shapes and sizes are same are called congruent. Whose shapes and sizes are same, they are called congruent. So this is the meaning of congruent or congruency. So congruent means they are identical, they are equal in all respects, they are alike, they cover each other completely. If you put one over the other, they will cover each other completely. So they are called the congruent figures. Suppose you are having two pens or two pencils of the same shape and size, they will cover each other completely. Now suppose you have two mobiles of the same model. Let us write it, the examples of congruent figures or congruents. Example, these are the examples. Two mobiles of the same model, two pens or pencils, same. Two pens or pencils of same type. Okay. Even your textbook, let us suppose class 9th maths textbook. If you compare with your textbook and your friend's textbook, they both are identical. So they are called congruent. Class 9 maths textbook. Alright, you can take anything. Suppose TV remote of LG. Let us suppose TV remote of LG, same model. Okay, same model. So the remote will be identical. They will cover each other completely. They are identical in all respects. So these are called congruent figures or congruents. Alright, congruent or congruent figures, they are called. Now we will understand the congruency of triangles. What are the criteria? So this was the introduction. I hope everything is clear. Now let us move on. Now let us see these figures. You can say, looking at these figures, that they are looking like identicals. This also more or less I have tried my best to do it identical. Alright, consider this as identical. So this figure, these figures, these are congruent figures. Alright, congruent figures. These and this. Okay, but what about this? These are not congruent figures. Not congruent, because you can tell by looking at the figures. This is of different size, although shape is same, but the sizes are different. So not congruent. Now you have seen in your daily life so many examples, like when your mom or dad, they are putting water in the molds of the making of ice cube molds in your refrigerator, molds of ice in your refrigerator. Okay, refrigerator, you may have seen that they are of identical shapes and sizes also. So basically they are congruent. These molds are congruent molds. And when you see the ice is ready, then you see all are of same size and shapes. Okay, so this is one of the examples from your daily life. Second example, you can you might have seen the bricks. Okay, bricks making procedure. So if you see, they have a mold or cast like this, and they are putting mud and their mixed material, they are putting in this, and they are making the bricks of the same size and shapes. So bricks are identical, that means they are congruent. Bricks are identical, so they are congruent. So these molds are also congruent. These molds and this mold of ice, all are congruents. So basically what I mean to say that if you want to produce some identical materials, then you will have to know the concept of congruency. Alright, so whenever identical objects have to be produced, the concept of congruency comes into action. So you can write whenever you are required to produce identical items, the concept of congruence comes into action. Congruence comes into action or comes into effect. Means we will have to know the concept of congruence, otherwise you cannot produce the identical materials. Suppose somebody wants to produce this pen, 10 pens, so he or she will have to make a mold of these pens, and that mold has to be congruent. Okay, this mold will produce congruent materials. So this is what we need to know why we are studying congruence. All right, so you can think so many examples of congruence or congruent figures. Now let us concentrate ourselves in congruence of two triangles. All right, let us move on to next topic, that is congruence of two triangles. So guys, let us understand the congruence of two triangles. I have written it that two triangles are congruent if the sides and angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angles of the other triangle. Here it needs to press more. All right, corresponding, this does matter, I will tell you. So two triangles are congruent if the sides and angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angles of the other triangle. Now I'm drawing two or three triangles like this. This is a triangle ABC. Let us name it ABC. Suppose this is 6 centimeter. This is also 6 centimeter, and this is 5 centimeter. Okay, this is one triangle. Now I am drawing another triangle like this. Here this side is 5 centimeter, this is 6 centimeter, this is 6 centimeter, and I name it D, E and F. Okay, and let us make another triangle like this, P, Q and R. The sides are 6, 7 and 8 centimeter. Okay, so can you say, let us suppose this is figure 1, this is 2 and this is 3, that which of these triangles are congruent? You can say like ABC is having 5 and 6 and 6, here also having 5 and 6 and 6, so you can say that 1 and 2 are congruent, but you cannot say that this is congruent to these triangles. This is all different sides, 6, 7, 8, so it will not cover completely on any of these triangles. So basically this 1 and 2 are congruent triangles, this is not congruent. So how you know it? If you take the cutout of these figures and try to superimpose it, try to put it here, then they both will cover each other completely, but not this. So figures 1 and 2 are congruent. We can say figures 1 and 2 are congruent figures. That means triangle ABC, and this is the sign of congruence. Okay, this is the sign. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle. We will write not EFD, we will write D, E and F. Sorry, ABC we want to write. So ABC, okay. So FDE, okay. FDE. We will have to write FDE because the corresponding sides are equal. Suppose this BC is having 6 centimeter. Here DE, it is having 6 centimeter. Now AC or CA, so here it will be EF, it is having 5 centimeter. So the corresponding sides have to be equal. If you write it, triangle ABC, if congruent to triangle DEF, then it is not right, it is not correct. It is not correct because this one is correct. Because when you say ABC is congruent to DF, so AB has to be corresponding sides. AB has to be same as D. Let us see here, AB and D. This is okay. BC and EF. BC and EF. This is not okay. Here it is 6. Here it is 5. So this is not right. We have to check the corresponding sides. That is why when the two triangles are congruent, so its corresponding sides and corresponding angles and corresponding vertices, all right, they are all equal. Corresponding sides, angles also, angles, these has to be equal, and vertices, it's okay. So corresponding sides and corresponding angles, they have to be equal. When we write triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FD, it means the side AB is completely covers side FD. All right. BC covers DE. BC covers DE. You see here AB. AB covers FD. FD 6 and 6. BC covers DE. BC covers DE 6 and 6. Similarly, CA covers EF. CA covers EF. CA or AC covers EF. So this is the meaning of congruent. Also the angles. Angle A covers angle D. Sorry, angle F. Angle B covers angle D, and angle C covers angle E. Okay. And also you can say that this is vertices also. If you can write like this, A covers A, or vertices, for vertices we write that A corresponds to like this, A corresponds to F. Okay, A corresponds to F, B corresponds to D, and C corresponds to E. Like this we say, for vertices we write like this. So basically all the sides of triangle ABC are falling on corresponding equal sides of triangle FDE. Okay, then and only then we can say that this triangle is congruent to this triangle. Okay, if you write this, then this is not correct. I told you already. So this is called CPCT. CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. CPCT. I told you from here. So we have to write correctly the name of the triangle, because otherwise it will not be correct to write. Whatever you can write, but it is not correct. See here, ABC, if you write DEF, then also it is not correct, because the corresponding sides are not equal here. Similarly, the case with the angles. Here angles is not written, how much angle is this, but you have to write it in the corresponding way, such that angle A covers angle F, angle B covers angle D, and angle C covers angle E. We will come on this topic later on in a broad way, but for your understanding I am writing and I am trying to make you understand. So the congruence of two triangles. So sides and equals both have to be same. If the sides and equals of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angles of the other triangle, then it is congruent. Now I have told you like this, that this side covers this side, this side covers this side covers this angles also covers, and this is the correspondence of vertices. Vertices A and F are corresponding, B corresponds to D, and C corresponds to E, and these are called corresponding parts of congruent triangles, CPCT in short form. Okay, now let's move on. So guys, in lecture 1 we have seen the meaning of congruence, and we have also seen what do we mean by congruence of triangles in a introductory note. we have seen the usage of this congruence in our daily life also. Basically, for what we are reading, why we are reading this congruence, we have seen its the actual meaning. All right. So from the next lecture, from the next video, I will go on to the congruence of triangles, criteria, its criteria. Okay. So all right, I hope that you are liking the video, and please stay connected with my channel. Thank you very much.